Hello, this is Darth here. I'm someone who's been playing Rocket Racing since basically the day it came out, and I've been one of the best players since the day it came out. I started, I think, in the first season I got to the top 400 players, and in the second season I was top 200. I'd say now I don't play the game much anymore, but when I play the speedrun maps I can get top to 10 to 20 times pretty easily. Maybe 30 minutes on a map, I can do that. And I really just wanted to talk about the game Rocket Racing because I love this game, and it's not doing so great, and it never really did so great. And I've seen so many videos of people have made of why Rocket Racing did bad. And if you're watching this, you've probably seen those videos, and I've watched them, and I think most of those guys have zero clue what they're talking about because they've played the game for 20 matches and then we're like, okay, and then they quit and now they're just blabbing. But I'm someone, and you can go ahead and make fun of me or whatever in the comments. I have 500 hours in Rocket Racing. I've played it since the day it came out, and it's kind of special to me, and in my opinion, this game could have been the greatest racing game of all time. People really underrate the game, and they never gave it a shot to see how unique it is, because it is truly an incredibly unique experience. And recently, a new racing game came out called Mario Kart World. I'm sure most people have heard of it, but it is incredibly similar to Rocket Racing in some ways, and everybody adored it. But when Rocket Racing came out, everybody hated it because it wasn't unique enough, and really upset me, honestly, because it's double standards much because it's Nintendo. I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about a little bit some of the problems with the game and some of the things that people are wrong about the game while I kick some butt in these low rank lobbies because I don't play the game that much anymore. So I think the biggest problem that people talk about in the game, and it's something that people really don't know what they're talking about when they say it, and it's a mechanic called b-hopping. Now, if you're watching my gameplay, I don't really b-hop. I don't have to. I can beat most of the players in this game without it. I don't need it. And it's also not as strong as people make it out to be. Whoopsies. Because when I said I can get top 10 to 20 speedrun times, those were b-hopless runs. I don't b-hop when I speedrun. On most maps you can do that, and it's just being good at the game. Now, b-hops are strong, but there's maybe 30 players who can actually fully use them. Most players that use them are not even good at the game without them. So, no, b-hops are not the problem with the game. I do think they are a little broken, and if the game ever were to be revamped, it is one of the things that should be visited. I think they mess up some of the skill ceiling on the game. Not because it heightens it much, but I think it could honestly be higher, the skill ceiling, if b-hops weren't a thing, because b-hops are not hard to learn. Being precise with your movements and routing and stuff is so much harder to learn than b-hops. I will show off some b-hops, because most people actually don't know what they are. It's a pretty bad time, but I'm just talking. It's okay. So I will show off some b-hops. And also, one of the series I've thought about making in regards to this game is showing all the mechanics and how to do them, the fundamentals you need to learn to be good at the game without b-hops, because you absolutely don't need them to be a good player. That run I just got, I was barely trying. I was mostly focusing on what I was saying, and I think the world record is 12 seconds faster. And there's people, I think b-hopless, somebody's gotten a time 2 seconds off the world record, or maybe 3, so if you put it into perspective, it's crazy. There's a couple b-hop places on this map. I'll show you those, or I'm going to move on from that topic because I think I've made my point. So my personal opinion on what the biggest issue with this game was, and it always has, was literally Epic Games themselves, because when the game released, it already had a bunch of bugs and stuff. Now this is a b-hop right here. Well, I didn't do that one right. There you go. There's a B-hop. And it wasn't pulling. It was when I landed on one wheel and then flipped. They're not hard to do. Epic Games released this game when it wasn't finished or ready to be released at all. And so it had a lot of bugs, but it has a lot of bugs. They'll fix them. There's still bugs from day one of this game that are still in this game. And it's sad, honestly. And they were never fixed because, oh shit, the game never received much support. The content they did release was literally just new maps, and that was it. Which, honestly, for a racing game, you don't want that many maps. You don't want being good at it, because you have to know all the maps to be good at a game like this. And so you don't want there to be 100 maps. There's, I think, 50 or 60, which is a lot for a racing game. And they really needed to find some other ways to drop content, like another mode, like a Mario Kart-esque mode. Anything like that, just some sort of new content. And then literally just host tournaments. That's all they had to do, and the game would have stayed alive. Give us out $100 a week. I know y'all can afford it, Epic Games. Why did I do that? I know y'all can afford $100 a week. And we never got a single official tournament. They never gave us one single official tournament for this game. And it's ridiculous. They never even this is a competitive game. It's obvious. It's a racing game. It's meant to be competitive. They dropped the speedrun mode. They dropped the Metallica map, and then they took the Metallica map away. They gave us some more maps, 2 more times, and then they were like, oh, we're never updating the game again. Besides some bug fixes, which mostly are cosmetic, because like I said, there's still gameplay bugs that still happen. And on the tournament, because I think tournaments not only could have been the thing that kept this game alive, but it could be the thing to revive this game if anybody from Epic ends up watching this. Fix the bugs, revamp the game even, just, I don't know, something like that, and then host some tournaments. Host one tournament a month for $200. Whatever you have to do, give us something. I myself have hosted many tournaments. I started a Discord server for this game, and it's the only remaining community server for this game. It isn't the official one that nobody talks in. And myself and the team I worked with, hosted at least 15 tournaments for this game. If I did the math, it'd probably be $1,000+ in prizes. Some of that out of our own pockets, some of it was community funded. We literally fundraised, and we did professional level casting of the tournaments on Twitch, and everybody really loved it. We made trailers and all this crazy stuff, and we did in fact tell some of the devs about it. One of the devs was in the server for a time. He's no longer in the server, but he was in there, which is cool, I guess. He never did anything besides twice he asked some questions. But just do that, Epic, or shoot, give me a call. I can do it. I've done it many times. I've retired from that. I just really couldn't afford it. The upkeep was too much, and I was doing it for the same 30 people over and over again, which I don't mind. I love those guys. Some of them are really good friends now, and we did get some newer people every now and then in the chat, or even participating, which they never, but usually it's the same people that win the tournaments. It's literally like the community had to keep itself alive for a bit. Now, that era of the community holding itself up is basically over. And it's kind of my fault, I feel like, because we used to be together, but I quit, and I feel bad about it, but I had to move on with my life.